Have you ever experienced instant karma in real life? Yes, and it was quite satisfying. A few years ago, when I was around 18 or 19, I went to the gym as usual. I decided to start with some stretching exercises before my routine. Shortly after, three men in their 40s or 50s entered. Since the room we were in was small, I turned off my headphones so I could hear if someone needed me to move. It had happened before that I was too distracted with music to notice when someone tried to speak to me. To my surprise, as soon as they came in, they started snickering and mocking me for doing warm-up exercises. They clearly assumed I couldn't hear them, so I tried to ignore them and kept going. However, one of them was particularly fixated on talking about me. While they were discussing their upcoming vacation with their wives, this guy started making inappropriate comments, saying things like, "I bet this girl knows all about foreign men," or "I bet she's tried a lot of exotic cuisine." His friends didn't seem too comfortable with the remarks, and at one point, one of them asked him to stop mentioning me. But he just replied, "It's not like she can hear me." That's when I decided to speak up. I turned around and calmly said, "Yes, I can hear you." The guy went pale, stammered, and just muttered, "What?" So I repeated, just as calmly, "I can hear you perfectly." The silence was immediate. His friends were glaring at him, and he looked visibly embarrassed. They awkwardly tried to continue their conversation, but the tension was heavy, and they ended up leaving shortly after. Since then, I admit I've become even more anxious about using headphones in public, but I can't deny that it was incredibly satisfying to see him get instant payback for his comments. For a bit more context, the room we were in was a separate area in the gym, meant for exercises that don't require machines or weights, so there was no one else around. I knew for a fact that they were talking about me, and honestly, I'm glad I stood up for myself.